What? Think for yourselves. Don't be sheep.
Escape the age.
Yeah, what are challenges? Jesus, man. I mean, I've already said that. I mean, just go back. If that wasn't, I mean, just go back to what are challenges, man? What are you talking about? I just recorded all this stuff, you know? I mean, just recording an entire YouTube channel. I mean, what's a challenge? I mean, what's a challenge to you, you know? You have to find something that motivates you, and then you make it challenging, right? If hiking motivates you, and you're getting tired of hiking the same roads, then maybe try hiking barefoot. But don't blame me, you know, this is not like advice, I'm not telling you to do it. You see, people are idiots, you know, if you hurt yourself, don't blame it on someone, and it's your problem, and you have to take care of it, and that's a challenge because we're living in a world where everybody pushes off the responsibility of themselves onto others. If you have an ailment, you run to a doctor instead of taking care of it yourself. So self-responsibility, self-love, that's the challenge I think that we all have to face, because if you wouldn't know how to love yourself, you wouldn't need to watch me, you know? So if you wouldn't know certain things, you know, you wouldn't need me. So that's your work then. Because I'm not sitting around watching other people. Okay, I do listen to Chris Webster, but also not always, right? It's just at the moment. You know, I'm not, when I leave, it's, I miss you. No, I just acknowledge that there's something to learn there. And I am very picky with teachers. I don't just pick anyone. But anything can be a teaching, and that's a challenge, right? To start to listen what's really being said, because words are a distraction, and that's a challenge. To understand what's being said behind the words, like, you know, if you see someone that's standing there advertising a product, whatever product, you know, he says something, but what is his spirit saying, right? What is his spirit really saying? You know, I'm trapped. You know, I sold my soul. And maybe that's what we have to do. We have to just find something to invest ourselves in and then to do it. I invest myself into this simply because I have the most freedom here. And that's what I enjoy. There's nobody that tells me what to do, but there is, right? You know, I do have messages coming through that say, do this now, do that. And then I have to work with that. You know, I have to be the one that does it. And that's a challenge. Having visions isn't the same as being and becoming the vision. And that's a real challenge, because who am I supposed to be? You know, I try to be true, and that's a challenge. Because when I hate recording, then I have to remember that I liked it last time, you know, and then I'm just going to engage with that again. So a relationship can be a challenge. Wanting to be a father because you're sick of being alone, that can be a challenge. And I'm not sure how much of that. So in a way, I just leave it up to the women, right? I just say, hey, if you like me, you have to put in the work, because, you know, I'm stuck on hating myself. So if you can't love me enough to hang around, you know, feel free to never see or touch me again. And that's a challenge for me, because I clearly said that, you know, I don't do this with everyone, but there are women where I say, if you've been with another man in between, yeah, fuck off. Maybe I just said that because I knew she would do it. And then I just got rid of her before she could hurt me even more. And that was a challenge. I really had to make sure she'll never contact me again. I know it looks like I succeeded, but it was also a challenge to not run after her because what she had seemed sweet, but it came at the cost. Because she clearly thought she was like super tough and super in charge. And I went out of my way to get rid of her. Well, life will show me if she got the message. And that's then the thing, right? If she would really love me, you know, she wouldn't be distracted by what I said. And she would just come, you know, kiss me, take me in her arms and just say, you know, I want to be with you. And if she can't do that, then I know she's a coward. And that's a challenge to just accept it, that most women are cowards. And that's what I said at one point. I just said, you know, I'm not going to run after women anymore. But if one comes to me, you know, I'm just going to accept it. That's a challenge. Giving up on, you know, your desire for sexuality. That's a challenge. Not watching movies anymore. That's a challenge. You know, stop listening to the radio. Just forget what's happening in the world. And just wait till other people tell you. It's not like anyone knows anyway. Everything you read is just a distorted truth. I mean, the streets are full with cars. So not having a car, that's a real challenge. You know, moving to another apartment just on foot with a cart to pull, that's a real challenge. So challenges are things that make you stronger and that connect you with your inner barbarian. And you do it, and then people come, oh, let me help you, you know. I can bring you with a car, and you just say, no, I'm gonna walk barefoot through the forest. Oh, but it's so cold. Yeah, for you, you know. Just, you know, if you want to be a pussy, then be a pussy. But don't make me one. So saying no is a real challenge. And then also saying yes. Sometimes you have to say no to someone, and then you say yes to yourself. That's what I did.